GMAT Practice Exam 2 Answers Updated for 2026 Pass GMAT Exam Fast. Question 1. In an isosceles triangle, the sum of the sides is 2 inches longer than the base. What is the ratio between the length of the side and the length of the base? Option A 1.5, Option B 1, Option C 1.75, Option D 2, Option E, not enough information. The correct answer is Option E, not enough information. Try taking the base of the triangle as 1 inch, both of the sides are 3 inches, and the portion required is 1.5/1 equals 1.5. Try taking different numbers. Take 10 inches as the length of the base. The length of both sides is 10 plus 2 equals 12 inches. The portion required is 6/10. We can see that a randomly pick of two numbers will give two different answers, and therefore there is no distinct answer. Question 2. The distance between West Town to East Town is 15 kilometers. Two birds start flying simultaneously towards one another, the first leaving from West Town at a speed of 4 kilometers per minute and the second bird, leaving from East Town, at a speed of 1 kilometers per minute. What will be the distance, in kilometers, between the meeting point and West Town? Option A 3, Option B 7, Option C 10, Option D 12, Option E 15. The correct answer is Option D, 12. The ratio between their speeds is 4:1, and so will be the ratio between the distances that they'll pass. The first bird will pass a distance of 12 kilometers and the second bird will pass only 3 kilometers. The meeting point will be 12 kilometers from West Town. Question 3. A car traveled from San Diego to San Francisco at an average speed of 48 miles per hour. If the journey back took twice as long, what was the average speed of the trip? Option A 24, Option B 32, Option C 36, Option D 42, Option E 44. The correct answer is Option B, 32. Average speed can be found by dividing the total distance by the total time. If the journey back took twice as long, then the car traveled at half the speed, thus 24 miles per hour. Take the time the car traveled from San Diego to San Francisco as t, and the time it took to get back as 2t. The total distance is 48t plus 24 asterisk 2t equals 96t. Now divide it by the total time, 3t, to get 32 miles per hour. Question 4. If alpha is defined as 2% of 5 degrees, how many alphas are there in two circles? Option A 0.72, Option B 7.2, Option C 72, Option D 720, Option E 7,200. The correct answer is Option E, 7,200. Alpha is defined as 0.02 x 5 degrees equals 0.1 degrees. In a circle there are 360 degrees, in two circles there are 720. 720 degrees / 0.1 equals 7,200 alphas, in two complete circles. Question 5. What is the smallest possible common multiple of three integers, all larger than 26? Option A 27, Option B 54, Option C 846, Option D 19,656, Option E 21,924. The correct answer is Option A, 27. All of the integers have to be greater than 26, thus 27 and up. The question didn't mention that they have to be different, and so they can all be equal to 27. The smallest common multiple of 27 is 27 itself. Question 6. What is the smallest possible common multiple of two integers, both bigger than 260? Option A 261, Option B 262, Option C 524, Option D 12,542, Option E 18,244. The correct answer is Option A, 261. All of the integers have to be greater than 260, thus 261 and up. The question didn't mention that they have to be different from one another, and so they can all be equal to 261. The smallest common multiple of 261 is 261. Question 7. A customer asks the clerk for a paintbrush and a bucket of whitewash for a total price of $B. If the paintbrush costs 200 cents less than twice the price of a bucket of whitewash, what is the price of half a bucket of whitewash in dollars? Option A, B plus 200/2, Option B, B plus 2/6, Option C, 2B plus 200/3, Option D, B plus 2/3, Option E, B plus 2/6. The correct answer is option E, B plus 2/6. Define W as the price of the bucket of whitewash and P as the price of a paintbrush. You can write the following equations: P plus W equals B and P equals 2W2. Notice that 200 cents are translated into $2. From the equations we can conclude that W equals B plus 2/3. Therefore the price of half a bucket is B plus 2/6. Question 8. If 34 boxes of cucumbers in brine cost $8, how much will B boxes cost in cents? Option A, AB/34. Option B, 17 AB/50. Option C, 34 AB. Option D, 50 AB/17. Option E, 100 AB/17. The correct answer is option D, 50 AB/17. If 34 boxes cost $8, then one box costs $34 or 100 A/34 cents equals 50 A/17. B boxes will cost B x 50 A/17 equals 50 AB/17. Question 9. If X boxes of pineapple juice cost 342 cents, how much will Y boxes cost in dollars? Option A, 342Y/X. Option B, X/342Y. Option C, XY/342. Option D, 3.42X/Y. Option E, 3.42Y/X. The correct answer is option E, 3.42Y/X. If X boxes cost 342 cents, or $3.42, then each box costs 3.42/X, Y boxes will cost 3.42Y/X. Question 10. Jeremy bought 2 Q steaks for $W. Jerome buys our steaks for a 50% discount. How much will the steaks cost him in cents? Option A, 50 RW/Q. Option B, 50 QR/W. Option C, 25 RQ/W. Option D, 25 RW/Q. Option E, RW/ for Q. The correct answer is option D, 25 RW/Q. Jeremy paid $W, or 100 W cents, for 2 Q steaks and therefore each steak cost him 50 W/Q. Jerome has a 50% discount, so every steak costs him 25 W/Q. Jerome wants to buy our steaks, it will cost him 25 RW/Q. Question 11. An electrical appliances store sold this month 400% more than the average of all the other months in the year. The sales total for this month was approximately what percent of total sales for this year? Option A, 14%. Option B, 21%. Option C, 31%. Option D, 37%. Option E, 43%. The correct answer is option C, 31%. Plug in $1 as the sales for each of the other 11 months. On that special month, the store sold 400% more, 400% of 1 is 4, or $5. The sales of this month relative to the sales of the entire year are 5/11 plus 5, 5/16, which is a bit less than 1/3, 33%. Question 12. What is the units digit of 9, 7, 17, 3, 3, 3? Option A, 3. Option B, 5. Option C, 7. Option D, 8. Option E, 9. The correct answer is option E, 9. 17, 3, 3, 3 equals 17x3, 3 equals 51, 3 equals 51x 51x 51. The units digit is just 1x 1x 1 equals 1. We are left with the units digit of 97. 9, 7 equals 9x 81x 81x 81. The units digit is 9, and therefore the units digit of the entire expression is 9. Question 13. A certain factory produces buttons and buckles at a uniform weight. If the total weight of 2 buttons and 2 buckles is 1/3 of 11 buckles and 3 buttons, then the weight of 3 buttons and 2 buckles is how many times that of 5 buckles and 6 buttons? Option A, 7/15. Option B, 4/9. Option C, 6/11. Option D, 5/9. Option E, 8/15. The correct answer is option A, 7/15. Define B as the weight of a button and K as the weight of a buckle. The total weight of 2B plus 2K is equal to 11K plus 3B. 3B equals 5KB equals 5K/3. The question requires the ratio between 3B plus 2K and 5K plus 6B. The first factor is equal to 5K plus 2K equals 7K. The second factor is equal to 5K plus 2, 5K equals 15K. The ratio between them is 7/15 and therefore the first factor is 7/15 of the second one. Question 14. In a recent survey, Q people were asked whether they eat after 2200 hours o'clock. 25% of the people answered positively and 40% of the rest were asked, at what time do they get up in the morning? Which of the following expressions represents the number of people who do not eat after 2200 hours and were not asked about the time they get up in the morning? Option A 3Q/20, Option B Q/10, Option C 5Q/9, Option D 3Q/10, Option E 9Q/20. The correct answer is Option E, 9Q/20. 75Q/100 is the number of people who eat after 2200 hours. 60% of that number is the number of people who weren't asked upon, when do they get up at the morning? 60x, 75Q/100 equals 45Q/100 equals 9Q/20. Question 15. A and B are integers. The expression, a plus 1, b plus 1, is even. What can be said about A and B? Option A, they are both even numbers. Option B, at least one of them is even. Option C, at least one of them is odd. Option D, they are both odd. Option E, nothing can be said surely on A and B. The correct answer is Option C, at least one of them is odd. Because the given expression is even, at least one of the phrases in one of the parentheses must be even, therefore either A or B must be odd.